Okay, we just got a roller coaster of new Call of Duty information. As always, we're gonna be covering this in a rapid style format. That way you can quickly watch the video and get right back into game. This coming from Charlie Intel. Breaking: Activision's new financial release seems to confirm there's a new full premium Call of Duty game in 2023. Activision is looking forward to building on its current momentum in 2023 with plans for next year, including the most robust Call of Duty live operations to date, the next full premium release in the blockbuster annual series, and even more engaging free-to-play experiences across platforms. So this right here is confirming there is going to be a full premium release next year in 2023. When people first read this off, they were like, okay, maybe Treyarch is getting a game next year in 2023. Before this, we all assumed that Modern Warfare 2 is going to be a 2-year game. However, after this, we got even more information that kind of makes it seem like we're not going to be getting a new Treyarch game next year. Once again, coming from Charlie Intel, new Sledgehammer Games is developing the paid content expansion for Modern Warfare 2, releasing in 2023. The expansion will have a lot of content and most likely be $70. Treyarch's next Call of Duty is still in 2024. So there's a lot to break down with this. If this is true, this means instead of a new Call of Duty game coming out next year, there's going to be DLC for Modern Warfare 2 that costs the same amount. Instead of spending $70 on a new Call of Duty game, you're going to be paying $70 for DLC inside of Modern Warfare 2. And thinking about that, I'm not even sure what could be worth $70 worth of DLC. Obviously, there could be new Spec Ops missions, maybe some DMZ stuff, maybe some raid stuff, maybe some paid online DLC maps, which I'm not a huge fan of. We'll talk about that in just a moment. But maybe zombies, that could somehow make up for the 70. But I really don't think Modern Warfare 2 is going to be getting zombies. I think if we see zombies in this game, it's probably going to be with Treyarch's next title. But I mean, it would make sense. If you're paying $70 for DLC, there's got to be a lot in there to make up for the cost. And apparently this paid DLC is going to be developed by Sledgehammer Games. If that's true, I don't see Sledgehammer making a new Call of Duty in the future. They might have been assigned to start working on year 2 content for Call of Duty games in the gap year between, which makes sense, but I don't know. I feel like Sledgehammer, when it came to Vanguard, was dealt a bad hand. I feel like a lot of people are mad at Sledgehammer because Vanguard wasn't great, but I think if you take Infinity Ward or Treyarch and you have them develop a game called Vanguard set in World War II, I think they probably would have performed about the same. Besides that, there's not really a lot to talk about. This DLC is probably really far away. I assume they'll release this around the time a new Call of Duty drops, so probably November next year. So we're not going to get a ton of information until we get closer to it. My one hope is there's not going to be paid online DLC maps in this. If you guys played older Call of Duties, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 3, back when you had to pay for DLC, a lot of times the best way to play the game was to not buy the DLC. As soon as you start introducing paid DLC expansions, you divide the community into multiple groups, and usually the groups with the best lobbies are the groups that don't have any of the DLC whatsoever. I paid for all the DLC maps in Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, but I never played them because I found the more enjoyable experience was in the lobbies that didn't have the DLCs, because most of the time the people who are, playing the game a ton are going to be in the lobbies that have the DLC pack. And with Modern Warfare 2 having really strict SBMM, I have a feeling the maps that have the paid online DLC are probably going to be a nightmare. But as always, I'm going to keep you guys informed as we get closer to this launch paid DLC if it does actually happen. I find it an interesting concept, but I think it's going to be really hard for them to find $70 worth of value to put in this. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's going to be a huge overhaul, tons of stuff, but only time's going to tell. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys want to see more, make sure to sub. Peace.